Okay, share your screen. Let's go over the headlines.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so right now, what Eric and I have been talking about is Eric is going to be investing a little bit of money on some Google pay-per-click. And so we are exploring the pay-per-click ads, and I am covering, while in the car, because I have a pretty long drive, how to best take advantage of the features that Google has for the pay-per-click. So we had some ads before. What were the ads, the 3 ads that you had before? The first one was what?
So the first one that I had was...
What was the first headline? Do you remember? Or no? I think it was...
So my first headline, I forget it because we changed it, but the first headline was something along the likes of, how much is your home worth?
Okay, cool. So how much is your home worth? Now, that's the first one. We have 3 different headlines and 3 different ads. So we changed how much is my home worth, and we then changed it to how much or...
First-time home buyer discount.
Okay, good. So we're talking about a first-time home buyer discount. That's going to be our first headline. The reason that I'm going to suggest that you use a headline like that is because everybody who's purchasing a home, for whatever reason, seems to want to know about first-time home buyer programs. And there are first-time home buyer programs that are available. There are FHA programs that are available. There are grants that are available. There is zones that people can buy in where they can get government assistance and some type of local grants from the cities. The reality is, though, those are limited, and those do go fast because it is all subject to funding that is made available by local government entities, including different cities. So for whatever reason, people tend to gravitate towards that. So our first headline is going to be first-time home buyer discounts. Now we're going to talk about the subheadings in a little bit. That's our first ad. Second ad is what?
So it's still ad number 1, but they give you 3 headlines, remember. So the first headline was first-time home buyer discount. Second headline's gonna, we wanted to target the Spanish community, but so what we did is ¿Cuánto vale tu casa? And we changed it to Programa de Primer Comprador, which stands for first-time home buyer in Spanish.
Right, but you got to say it you got to do it the right way, dude, because we are Latinos. So Programa de Primer Comprador. You got to do something like that because that's the way it's always done, and that's what we're used to hearing. And I am further perpetuating the stereotype. But anyway, that is the second ad, and it is the first-time home buyers program again, but this time we're saying it in Spanish. Third headline.
Third headline, we decided to go with, originally I had on there, do you want to sell your home? And we changed that to, because of the current pandemic and COVID-19, headline number 3 is now changed to, did COVID increase your equity?
Cool. That's good. All right. And the reason that we went with that headline is because, number 1, it's current. Number 2, people are hearing all on the media and on the news outlets that they've gained anywhere between 15 to 40% appreciation on their property in this current pandemic market. So we're going to play on that. So our headline is, did COVID-19 increase your equity? Right? So those are all good headlines. Now let's go to the next step. What is the next step during the pay-per-click process?
So when you're doing your Google ad, so you can do as many ads as you want. So this is ad number 1 for me, and that includes 3 major headlines, which we just went over, and it also gives you 2 descriptions. So we're going to go over description number 1 and description number 2. My current description number 1 is, if you're interested in selling or buying real estate, we are your team. Meet Eric Garola, REH Real Estate.
Okay, so we're going to change that. Now, here's the thing. Those headlines rotate based on what somebody does a search for or the keyword. So because of that, if they click on a headline that has a Spanish headline, and then the only thing that's rotating is the headline, but the bottom two sub-headlines or sublines stay the same, we're going to lose the Spanish audience right away. So either we do the ad in completely in Spanish, or we do it completely in English. We're not going to be able to mix the two. So we're probably going to have to replace the Spanish headline.
Okay.
So let's save that one for another Spanish ad that we're going to go to, although I did want to use my Sábado Gigante voice again until that joke gets old. We're not going to do that here. So first headline is first-time homebuyer program. Second headline is that we have right now.
Programa de primer comprador.
Yeah, but we're going to remove that.
Right.
We're gonna now up the other one with how much did COVID increase your equity, right? Okay. And then now we got to come up with a third headline. So third headline, which is going to be real estate related. Sorry about that. I think I'm gonna have to drink another energy drink in the car. So we need to come up with a third headline now to get people to click. So what are people clicking on in terms of, in terms of buying a property?
So
what is it right now?
I have a question for you, Paul. So I'm sure myself and maybe others will think something similar to this, but is this ad targeting just sellers? Is it targeting mostly buyers? What's your recommendation on that?
Okay, so the headline is rotating. It always rotates. The bottom two lines can be a little bit more generic so that they can click on the ad. So the bottom two will probably stay the same. It's only the headline that is, and you're going to have to forgive me. I forget what the word is, but when it changes, it rotates. So it's going to rotate. So the original question is, your question is,
are we targeting buyers?
Yeah, who are we targeting? Targeting buyers or sellers? So I think you want to target both, just because that way, you're getting both audiences. So that being said, I just came up with another idea. So because of the increase in equity, and because houses are flying off the shelves, what happens when homes are flying off the shelves because the inventory levels are low? What type of clientele or type of prospect starts to increase?
Investors, right?
Well, investors are sitting on the sidelines because they're watching all of this craziness happen. And so an investor doesn't want to get caught up in a bidding war because they buy something now and they don't know what the market might look like 4 to 6 months from now when their property is ready. It's not the investor. They're more playing the sideline game right now. Although if they can get it for a damn good price and just put some lipstick on the pig and get it right back on the market right away, they'll take it, right? But I mean, the circumstances have to make total sense. If it's something that they're going to be in the project for too long, they're not going to be interested in it. So the question then is who comes out of the woodworks when there's fast appreciation and and they think in their heads, all I got to do is put a sign on it to sell it. For sale by owners.
Oh, you're right. Okay. For sale by owners.
It's the for sale by owners because the for sale by owners think, hey, prices are going through the roof. Homes are selling. They're opening escrow in one weekend. I don't need an agent. I'm just going to put it up for sale myself. So how do you attract that? Then I would suggest you put an ad like the other headline to attract for sale by owners is, sell your house without an agent or something, or something. We got to try to attract for sale by owners.
Okay.
So, and it has to be 30 characters or less, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, a good for sale by owner ad as opposed to convincing them that they should use us, a good for sale by owner ad is always value, right? So you might be able to just say, sell your house without an agent. How many characters is that? And this might not work, just thinking about it over my head. It's because we're doing this in real time.
Yeah, it's 32 characters, so we're 2 over.
Okay. All right. So that might not work either. That might be, we might have to go to a completely different ad because the text on the bottom is going to be saying that you're an agent anyway, or that we're an agent. So it may not work, but now you know you've got another opportunity for you to do some type of pay-per-click Google ads. Okay. All right, the next one. Let me think.
So the first headline was strictly based for buyers, right? So that's a very enticing headline. First time home.
Okay,
no.
So here's another one. Here's another one for buyers, right? Tired of getting bid out.
Outbid.
Right? This is, yeah, or outbid, or twice bitten. Anyway, you get my point. So
yeah,
that's another frustration that buyers are experiencing.
Okay.
Right? They don't want to get outbid, and they don't want to get in bidding wars, but it's happening. It's just a part of the business. So you could put something like tired of getting outbid, or no more bidding wars, or get your offers accepted, right? I think it might be get your offer accepted, or how to get your offer accepted. Try that one, how to get your offer accepted. Although I think it's better for us to focus on their pain point, and their pain point is getting outbid. So I think the headline should be, were you outbid while home shopping?
All right, let me try that. Too long.
The buyers are getting too long?
Yep.
Okay, so don't get outbid home shopping. Don't get outbid home shopping. How many characters is that?
That works. Don't get outbid home shopping.
Yeah, cool. All right. So now we're working on our sublines, right? So the first line again is first-time home buyer programs, right? Second line is did COVID, what was it? Did
COVID increase your equity? And headline number 3, don't get outbid home shopping.
Okay, cool. All right, so now we're working. So those are all 3, it's called dynamic headlines, right? And dynamic basically means that they will shift and change and rotate based on what the client is looking for, what that person is researching. So if someone's researching buy my home or real estate or anything like that that's related to that, then your headlines will show up on the top as ads.
Okay.
All right. So now, what are the next lines? So now the next lines you have Eric Garola.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna get rid of Eric Garola because nobody cares about our names. They don't care about me. They don't care. That's not really what. Remember, everybody's favorite subject is themselves.
Okay.
So you can't. When it comes to advertising or promoting or marketing, you have to sell benefits, as opposed to talking about ourselves. So what is the 2 lines that we can come up with that talk about the benefits to them and make them want to call, but still being generic enough to where it applies to all 3 headlines.
Right. Now, keep in mind, Paul, that description 1 and description 2 both offer a 90-character description. So we have a little bit more play.
Okay, so it should be 90 characters describing why they should call. All right. I would probably say something like, now we can talk a little bit about the benefit to them. So, you know what? Okay, let's just go after buyers. We're not gonna we're not going to combine buyers and sellers because I don't think I can speak the two tones. Sellers want to get the most money possible, and buyers clearly want to spend the least money possible to get into their home. And I think there's creating all three headlines to satisfy both buyer and sellers might be a little challenging. So I'm going to recommend that we don't do that. So let's go after right now.
Strictly buyers.
Let's just go after let's go after buyers for you, because buyers are the most likely to get on there anyway.
Okay, so we need to remove one headline then, because our second headline was, did COVID increase your equity? So that's clearly going to leave.
Yeah, save that one. Save that one for later.
Okay.
Because then we're going to play on other seller headlines that we can use, which is fine, which is good.
Okay.
Because I got a bunch of other seller headlines. All right, so now we need one more headline for buyers. So first-time buyer programs, don't get outbid. Another thing is that buyers want to see. We might be able to. You can probably still do closing costs. So another thing that you can talk to the buyers about is, don't pay. Pay zero closing costs.
Now, would you, dumb question, but would you put the number 0 or spell out 0?
Yeah, it's better to spell 0. Pay zero closing costs. How many characters is that?
That's good. We're good.
Now,
2 characters.
We're under 30? Okay, now, people are going to say, for a first-time home buyer, they're not going to really know what closing costs means. So it might not interest them that much because they have no idea. But for someone who has purchased, to hear that they don't have to pay any closing costs, it would intrigue them, because the way that you would structure it is you would have the seller credit back the buyer. Now, it does get a little harder to do that in a competitive market. So when we're in a competitive market and you're getting outbid, it's much more difficult to get them to cover the closing costs. But in many circumstances, if you structure it right and you increase the price, you can get the seller to cover your buyer's closing costs. So when you say something like pay zero closing costs, we're going to have to explain to the buyer what that means. We're going to have to explain to them that means that, well, we're going to have to increase the purchase price by what your closing costs are, but at least you'll still keep money in your pocket and you'll keep the money in the bank. All right. So anyway, those are all techniques and all strategies to get people, at least home buyers, intrigued enough to give you a call. So now, okay, great. So now we've got the 3 headlines. Now we got to work on and we've got 90 characters to talk about buying your first home. Okay, so what is it that everyone expects to hear when they're buying their first home?
Something along the likes of, well,
here's what they want to hear, and the same thing goes for anyone. Moving is a bitch.
True.
Okay? Nobody really likes moving. But if you can give them the sense that by working with you, it is going to be a stress-free process, that will make them excited. So,
okay,
we've already got them intrigued by the headlines. Yeah, you got me. You had me at the paying zero closing costs. You had me when you told me that there was a first-time home buyer program. So how are we going to keep them? Now we got to keep them with. Talking to them about a stress-free experience. So there's no shame in saying moving can be stressful, right? So we should make that like the first line.
So moving can be stressful?
Or you can just say, no one likes to move. Right?
Okay. No one likes to move.
Okay. I guarantee you a stress-free experience Now it's all about them. You want to try to limit the use of I as much as possible and use the words you. So limit I and maximize you. Because when you talk about you, you're talking to them and you're talking to them. But when you say it's I, it's all about you. People don't care about us. They only care about themselves.
Okay.
Okay. So,
So description one states, no one likes to move. I guarantee you a stress-free experience.
A stress-free moving experience or something like that.
Stress.
I guarantee to get you into your new home stress-free.
Okay.
I guarantee to get you into your home stress-free.
Perfect.
How many characters is that?
73.
Right?
So no one likes to move. I guarantee to get you into your home stress-free.
Yeah, I guarantee to get you into your home stress-free. Okay? Now, you've got another 16 characters that you should take advantage, you should try to take advantage of. So I would put call today to learn more, or call now to learn more.
I can put call now, but to learn more, I'm already at 82 characters, including call now. I can put call now and it has me at 82.
Okay, call now and then learn more. It'll fit. Call now, exclamation mark, and then learn more. You sure it can't fit to learn more?
Nope.
Okay, let's take out the first line.
Okay.
The very first line, because we're already starting with something negative, even though we're talking about the pressure point, the pain point. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shift that. Let's shift that, and we'll just start it with I guarantee.
I guarantee to get you into your home.
Or just I guarantee. Now you can say I guarantee a stress-free moving experience.
Okay, perfect.
And then now you have a little bit more room, and you can say, let's get you, or I guess, let's get you into your new home. Or something along those lines, right? I guarantee a stress-free experience
Okay.
when buying your new home. I guess you could say that. When buying your new home. Call today to learn more. That should be 90 characters.
Perfect.
How many characters is it?
89.
Yep. I guarantee a stress-free experience when buying your new home. Call today to learn more.
Right.
Okay, that's it. Now, where does it go? What's the next line? It goes
Now it
to
gives us description number 2, another 90 characters that we can use.
what? So they're giving you 2 descriptions for 2 different headlines?
They're giving us 2 descriptions for 3 headlines.
So we need another description?
Right.
No, just use the same one. Just copy. I would just use the same one. I don't know. I mean, what else? I guess we could talk a little bit about the programs, but then I think that that description would satisfy all the headlines that we have. I would just use the same description.
So just copy paste the same thing?
No, I mean, unless we talk about, getting your offer accepted, but then what if the wrong description goes with the wrong headline?
That's true. Because they alternate, is
How
what
do we
you're saying, correct?
Yeah, they rotate.
Okay.
So I would use the same description and just rotate the headlines, because the same description can apply to all 3 headlines.
Okay, so would you word it differently or just keep it the exact same?
No, keep it the exact same.
Okay, so I'll just copy and paste for
I
this.
guess just copy and paste it. Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
that description satisfies all three headlines, I think, personally. All right, so now you do what now? Are you going into your locations? Are you going into, what's the next step?
So next window is previewing all ad types, and the first one is a Google search. So when someone types in real estate agents, my ad will then produce my first-time home buyer discount, pay zero closing costs, don't get outbid. It'll have my business Google profile with my preferred number to call, office address if I provide one, and the description that we just got. So I guarantee a stress-free experience when buying your new home. Call today to learn more.
Yeah.
It also shows you on screen your ad for mobile. It also shows Google Maps. So when someone types in Google Maps, apparently, correct me if I'm mistaken, but it also pops up if someone puts in real estate agents for Google Maps.
It depends if you've chosen that as the, no, because remember that Google Maps doesn't advertise, they don't advertise as Google Maps. They show the ads on the very top. There's like 2 or 3 rows. And then what will happen is once they click on it, it may send them to their Google Maps profile, but there's no advertising per se on Google Maps.
Got you. Okay. And then it also has Google partner sites. I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is either. I don't know. I know that when you have your Google My Business, it allows you to create a website within the portal. So I don't know if that's what that is or not. But
Okay.
anyway,
That's done. And then when you go down,
right,
you can
pick the keywords, right? Did you already do that or no?
yeah, so the keywords are already picked. So right now I'm just editing the ad. So we just redid the ad again.
Okay, cool.
Now here's the thing, it won't let me continue because it's saying that description number 2 should have a description that's different and unique from the first description. So it won't let me copy and paste.
So you need another description for buyers?
Right.
Okay. So description number 2, let's come up with one real quick. Again, everyone's favorite subject is themselves, and you have to hit on the pain points. What is the pain points? The pain points are stress.
Mm-hmm.
The pain points are increasing costs of rent. The pain points are yeah, I guess that would be it. So now what we could do is talk a little bit about renting. Right, if we're going to talk about that, or we can talk.
Hey, Paul, you cut off. You still there? Checking audio. Paul, you there?
You got that?
No, so you cut off. I literally just heard you got that. That's it.
Okay. Learn more about first-time homebuyer programs that include down payment assistance.
Learn more about first-time home buyer program.
That include down payment. We were on the second description, 90 characters. So I would say something like, I can't really see the screen, but I would say something like down payment assistance programs and local city grants available.
Yes, can you hear me? I'm sorry, it cut off.
Huh, that was weird. Okay.
Can you see my my screen though? That's okay or no?
No, you're gonna have to read it to me. Sorry,
Okay,
man.
so this is what we have. Just to recap. Sorry for the I guess it's funky Wi-Fi or whatever the case may be. But so Google Ad gives you 3 headlines. According to Paul, they tend to rotate. Is that right?
Yeah, they're usually dynamic.
Okay.
Which means they change.
Okay. So anyway, Yeah, the headlines that we picked, just to recap real quick so we can all get our train of thought again. Headline number 1 was first-time home buyer discount. We're targeting buyers on this ad specifically. Headline number 2, pay 0 closing cost. Headline number 3, don't get outbid home shopping. And Google also gives you 2 descriptions. The first one we chose was, I guarantee a stress-free experience when buying your new home. Call today to learn more. Description number 2 is, learn more about first-time homebuyer program that includes down payment assistance.
Good. Well, I think learn more about first time. I think it should just say flat out, down payment assistance program and local city government grants available. Call to learn more now. I think that's more. I think that's more direct and it explains it.
Okay, so what would you recommend?
Down payment assistance programs
Uh-huh.
and local city grants available. Call to see if you qualify, period. That's better. Or you could just say, do you qualify? Question mark.
Yeah, I'm going to put that. Wow, now this just rebooted, but why did it do this? Hold on. You can hear me okay, right? We're good?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you fine.
Okay. So our first headline, first-time home buyer program, right? And then second headline was pay 0 closing cost. And then our third headline was okay, perfect. Did you want to reword description number 1 or you're fine with that, Paul?
No, I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
Okay, hold on. For some reason, it's not letting me continue now.